Hey guys, my name is Wayne and welcome back to my channel. I apologise for not making a video last week. I was down in Melbourne seeing my girlfriend, so I didn't have a previous video scheduled as well. But I am back this week and I'm bringing back a segment I started a few months ago called Let's Talk About. And the topic for today's video comes from a comment by David Stoll. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below. And it's essentially about society babying us. You've probably heard of that before, the idea that society is nowadays babying the newer generations. They're not giving them, letting them go through the school of hard knocks, if you want to put it that way. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about that. So first off, I want to make my opinion clear. I think it's true. I think it's very true that nowadays society has a habit of trying to make everyone the winner, trying to make everyone feel like they achieved something, even if they haven't. And it has its advantages, but it also has a lot of disadvantages, which I think people are forgetting about. One of the biggest examples is sports at school. Earlier it used to be if you ran a race and you didn't come first, second, third, or sometimes fourth, you didn't get a medal, you didn't get a prize, or you didn't get some kind of recognition. Which, if you think about it, in some ways is fair, because if you came like 8th or something, well, obviously the kids who are good at what they do should be rewarded for that. But nowadays, we've gotten into that mindset of everyone's a winner, everyone gets a prize, everyone gets a good job, at least you tried kind of thing. And I guess for younger kids that kind of works, because it's kind of a motivation, but at the same time, it's almost like a demotivation, because think about it, why would I try to finish first when finishing 8th still gets me a prize anyway? I mean, of course, personally I still want to be first because it's a self-motivation kind of thing, but you're not motivating these kids to want to go further, to push further, because you're telling them even if you don't succeed, you still, in some ways, ironically still succeed because you still get something out of it. Now, of course, I'm not saying that it should only be the top kids who get rewarded and that whole segregation kind of thing, which can lead to a lot of, a lot of kids feeling like outcasts, especially when it comes to things like sport. I'm not saying we should do that. We should try to work on making everyone feel like they're worth something, but also not to inflate people's worth, like not to inflate people's abilities so that they feel like, oh, look at that, I'm so amazing, I got a prize, when in reality, they didn't really deserve the prize, if that makes sense. Like I said, if everyone gets a participation award, it's not necessarily a terrible thing, but it's also not fair on the kids who have done well if everyone's getting a prize, because it kind of makes their prize less meaningful, and then it's kind of like everyone in the grade gets an A, so then the kids who actually get an A and deserve the A, well, for them it doesn't mean as much because everyone's gotten an A. Another thing is when those kids then get into like the actual real world, if you want to call it that, that's not going to happen. An employee's not going to go, oh well, everyone gets a raise. They're just going to go, the people who they feel deserve the raise or the promotion, they're the ones who are going to get it. And so everyone else is going to be left behind. And then those kids who've grown up with the idea that everyone gets a share of the prize, they're not going to be able to understand that, because for them, everyone gets it, not just one person. Plus it also gets rid of the idea of hard work leads to results, because those people who haven't worked hard still get results. So I think the system should be more changed, not to try and save everyone's feelings, because we do need to occasionally be told, no, you didn't succeed, no, you didn't, it didn't work out, because we have to use that to motivate us to push further and to go further and to improve ourselves. But without that, we kind of get into this comfort zone where we're like, oh, it's okay, well, no matter what, I'm going to get a prize, or no matter what, someone's going to give me a pat on the back and say, good job. Because while that's all fine and dandy for not hurting your feelings, it doesn't have to make you improve. It doesn't force you to push yourself to go further. And in the end, that's what life is largely about, self-improvement. So yeah, pretty much my opinion is that it's not terrible, but I really think that it can lead to some big problems down the road. I think that we should be more pushing kids to do better if they haven't done well. And then those kids who have done well, we should be rewarding them appropriately, not just putting a blanket over everyone saying, good job, well done. So what's your opinion on this? Do you disagree with me? Do you agree with me? Do you have some other points you want to bring up? Feel free to message me or even put in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel and like what you see. And also if you could share the video, it does mean a lot to me and it does help out a lot. So thank you so much for watching. I hope I've, opened a can of worms here, which we can all discuss in the comments below. and I will catch you next time.